You know Modern Warfare 2019?
Yeah, I do know that.
I had to do, how many streams did I have to do? 16 streams, amounting in like 40, 50 hours, 60 hours.
Uh-huh.
Guess how much they paid me?
16 streams with, so 50 hour stream. You're probably making 20K an hour, I would assume. 20K an hour. Probably like, 20K an hour, dude, definitely like 800K, no?
Ooh.
Was that close or no?
I mean, it's Call of Duty though.
Are they broke? So probably 10K an hour. What, 400K?
They're not broke.
Oh, well, damn, more, you're saying.
They pay me 400K to play Call of Duty, a game that I was gonna already play anyways.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Here.
They pay me 400K to play Call of Duty, a game that I was gonna already play anyways.
Bam Dizzle, that's right. Your life is mine, sucker. You guys remember when you could predict spawns in Call of Duty? It was a beautiful thing. Look at Chiquita. Lay that shit down too. I'm in an owning mood right now. We got this Black Ops 2, and this is fresher gameplay too, by the way. Got this Christmas. I knew I wasn't going to find any Christmas news, but I did hop on the Xbox, Black Ops 2, just trying to see if I could find one. Just one Christmas news. Didn't find any actual Christmas news, but I did get a split screener in here. And you guys know, trying to get gameplay on these old classic duties, on these DLC maps, damn near impossible, man. I didn't have a gameplay where I went off or anything. We had an okay game. All my deaths in the gameplay from these damn snipers, so man, that sniping cheese. You guys remember how broken the snipers were in this game? Like, look at this shit, man. He's got the silent sniper, one shot killing me as soon as I spawn. Oh my goodness, man. I love this game. But the sniping was so broken over here in Black. It was so cheese, man. And these nerds who were giving Vonhar death threats because he nerfed, I think it was the rate of fire on the DSR. And they give him fucking death threats for that shit. You got the God gun. You got the God mode sniper. And you're still giving these developers death threats. I'm telling you, bro, the Call of Duty community, especially the Call of Duty sniping community, creatures like you've never seen before. And we're seeing them now. We're seeing them everywhere with these modern trash Call of Duties. What you guys saw there in that intro was a clip from Myth. He's a very well-known streamer. He was big in Fortnite. I think his career for streaming is kind of dying down a little bit, or it has been dying. I don't really pay attention to him, bro. I just kind of know of him. But he was paid for 50-ish hours, 400K, to play that modern slob noob camper warfare 2019 and Warzone. I mean, shit, we're talking 400K for 50 hours of streaming. That's 8K an hour to stream that garbage, man. How many other streamers were paid something like that? Something along those lines to promote that game. Make that game seem more popular than it actually is. If you had confidence in your product, would you be offering that kind of money to get people to play it, to get people to stream it, trying to get their audience hooked on the game, you making it look fun? How many streamers do we got right now that are still getting paid like this? They know life Call of Duty, not because they want to. It's a business deal, man. They're just looking after their bank account, and you can't even hate on them for that. But how many of them do we have still now streaming Call of Duty religiously because they're getting paid something like this? If your game was really doing that well, you would not need to do this. Now, we've known that streamers have been getting a little something on under the table from Activision for a while now, a little something on the side and shit. We know all that. 400K, though, for 50-ish hours doesn't tell me that they have much confidence in their product, man. It tells me that the numbers are actually down, even though they're out here bragging about Call of Duty is the #1 selling game year after year, and the most played game, and the most this and the most that. Like, Call of Duty is the greatest game of all time, of all games in the history of video games. Like, Call of Duty is just this shit, right? And we jump on these modern CODs and we're like, damn, man, look at the combat record we had in Black Ops 1. Look at the shit that we used to have in the older Call of Duties, like this game right here, Black Ops 2, with a score streak system, looping streaks, all these features that we used to love in Call of Duty before, and they just keep plucking them out of these new joints. They added skill-based matchmaking, thick as hell, with the EO matchmaking and all the other trash we got to deal with the servers and the cheaters and hackers all over the place, because there is no proper working anti-cheat. There actually is no anti-cheat, man. The shit is non-existent in their newest game that they charge full price for. Bundles all over the place, dudes running around as pink bunny rabbits and shit. Nicki Minaj, all this cringe, right? Battle passes, black cell battle passes that you can only buy with cash, and now they even have an event card for their Squid Game event. That's like a mini battle pass as well too. What is it, like 10 bucks or something? Monetizing the game to death, while the game is legitimately worse. These newer CODs are objectively worse than what we had before. If these modern pussy era CODs were so fucking incredible, like these weirdo nerds, these COD simps, modern COD simps, like they try to make it out to be, like, you're just hating for views, man. These games are great. All you do is cry, man. I'm just gonna cry about you crying. I dedicate my life to stalking anybody who says mean words about my favorite video game, the Call of Duty. And I'm just gonna cry about you crying, but you're the problem, man. You're the toxic one because you complain about a video game. I complain about you complaining about the video game. Like, these nerds, they try to tell us these games are so fucking incredible. These weirdos. If they were so incredible, they would not need to pay this much money to get these popular streamers to stream the game. Look at the mountain of problems Black Ops 6 has alone. I could think of so many other places Activision could put that money instead of giving it to these streamers. Like, just the money they paid Myth back in 2019. Just that amount of money, put that into their game. Look after their customers that have been here, man. The faithful ones, the loyal ones. And just make a good game. Or if you got a decent game, if you got a good foundation there, make your game better. Put the money back into the fucking game instead of just trying to gaslight people and shit with your bullshit matchmaking and everything else. Because you know you got these weirdo simps out here, fucking pussies, that'll fight your battles for you. The funny thing is they're so fucking weak, they need that validation. They bring it to us. So if you complain about Call of Duty, you don't ever have to even acknowledge them. No. You don't have to. All you got to do is just speak on the product you purchased on your own personal YouTube channel. And they will bring it to you. Because they have no confidence in their favorite widow video game, the Call of Duty. They get offended when you complain about the video game like you just insulted their mama. Like, they take offense to that shit. Like they actually made the game. Check this out. This is a post I just seen from Sir Charles Shillintel. News via GameFile. Activision disclosed the cost to develop and sales of some Call of Duty titles. Black Ops 3, the Jetpack COD, a lot of people were hating on. I still think it was the last great Call of Duty from start to finish. World War II got real good after the overhaul. I love me some World War II. But in my personal opinion, Black Ops 3, the best, even though it had the jetpacks, even though it had the supply drops, the last truly great Call of Duty we got. But a lot of people hated that shit. They hated the jetpacks. They hated the loot boxes. It cost $450 million to make, and it sold 43 million copies. Modern New Warfare 2019 cost $640 million to make, and it sold 2 million less. Black Ops Cold War cost $700 million to make. How the fuck did that cost $700 million to make that game? You remember the lack of content, I should say, we had on launch with that game? Now, I know they took it over. It was in shambles from Raven and Sledgehammer. Maybe that has something to do with the cost, but $700 million to make that shit. And you guys know I never hated Cold War, man. I hated the matchmaking. There's a couple other things that I didn't understand, decisions that they made with that game in this modern pussy era of Call of Duty. But I never hated that game. $700 fucking million though? That is insane. And it only sold 30 million copies. It seems like these new modern era Call of Duties with heavy skill-based matchmaking and EO matchmaking, it seems like they cost a hell of a lot more to make, and they're selling that many less copies. But they're still making money though, because the whales are buying all those bundles for skins, operator skins, in a fucking first-person shooter, man, so they can look like a goddamn virgin. But anyways, that's all I got for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you on the next one.